Pressure's on. Somebody's got to ask the first question.
How was practice?
That's way too easy. Had a good day today. Yeah, good day. We got out on the grass and got running around. We had to put together a week that's a little adapted because of the shorter week, and it seems like things worked out fine. We were able to get some guys recovered. That's one of the big questions, and we think we got that done. So we're looking forward to it. Ready to go. Yes, they both practiced today. So far, yeah.
Does Ziggy need any additional clearance or whatever? Or?
We'll still check. We'll check those guys both out. They did practice enough this week where we feel good about it, but we got to check them out on game day.
Michael Kendricks?
He was not able to work again today, so he's doubtful.
If Cody Barton has to go there, what's your good assessment of him and kind of how he's progressed?
Well, it may cause us to have to play more nickel and stuff like that, but. Cody's a good player, and we're anxious to see him contribute. He played quite a bit last week, or more than he has been, and he's ready to go.
It might be obvious, but what about the Rams makes nickel more fitting anyway?
Well, they threw for 4 something last week, and put up 550 or whatever it was. So they were spreading the ball out pretty good, and they look like they really could throw the ball on anybody. So we got to do a nice job.
Wilson, is he doubtful, or probable doubtful?
No, he's just singularly doubtful at this point. 1D. We would do DD if it was definitely doubtful.
With Kendricks, did playing last week set him back at all, or is it just kind of you need to take some time?
Well, he couldn't play the whole game last week. He wasn't able to do it, and we just feel we got to get him back. We got to make sure that he's back to stay.
With Cody, how much of it does it benefit guys whether it's sometimes with like Jamarco you sprinkle him in or Cody sprinkle him in, that they get that little bit of work here and there? So if they are called upon,
yeah, it helps. It's not what's best. They're better just to get out there and get to work, but that's all sometimes you can do. So Cody is a particularly diligent worker and smart kid, and plays all 3 spots. He's as well versed a guy coming in as you could hope for a young guy. So we really don't have any hesitation in trusting that he can play.
How has Cody just in general adapted to that Sam spot and picking that up?
He's done fine. He did a lot of things in college where he was out on the edge and he played in space and all that. It's not hard for him at all. He's a really natural player. Has some DB in his background, so he's really done a really good job. We're surprised that a guy could have this much command of the position of 3 positions in his first year. He's a very, very unique player in that regard.
You've kind of got with Akeem as the nickel the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
Do you have other options there, though? They could be considered as well?
Yeah, we do. We have other options.
How much different does your secondary look now that Quandre is there compared to when you played these guys the first time?
Well, I think things have seemed to tighten up some, and we've had the chance to be physical, and we've been on the ball more than we have, and these guys making plays. So I don't know that we can contribute all to Q, but he certainly has been a factor, and he's had some great hits. He had a colossal hit last week, and tried to get a couple others that he airballed on, but that he's a hitter and he's looking for his shots, and so that pays off. It helps us with the mentality of the receivers, coming downfield. So it's a good deal.
Is that speed and aggressiveness a byproduct of being able to play more single high with him back there? Allow everyone else to play faster and a little more aggressive.
No, I understood the question. No. Not really. No, I don't think that has anything to do with it.
You mentioned the hit he had in that game. When you're watching that from the sideline in real time, are you seeing him come in, or are you just kind of looking at KJ and the ball and the tight end, and he just comes at him?
No, I'm anticipating the opportunities for Q. He knows how to get on course and track guys, and he did enough of it over the years in Detroit, where that's the player that you get. That's why I was so excited for him to come here and to see if he could, bring that element to our game. It's something that I love about the game. I love great safety play, and the hitting part of it is a big factor, and that's who he is as a player. The reason he's like that, one, he's just tough as you can get, but he also is really instinctive, and he's been a really good player his whole life, and he trusts and is confident, and he'll take his shots, and so it's a good makeup for hard hitting safety.
Rasheem Green's done a lot the last couple of weeks. How have you kind of seen him progress this year?
Yeah, we're just really fired up that he's been so physical and aggressive. He's knocked 2 balls loose last couple of weeks, and he's just his confidence is soaring really from where it's been. His understanding what's going on, his style of play, he has really embraced. I think Clint's done a great job with him of finding his game, and we're trying to put him in situations where he can be successful. I'm really excited to see him play again. You know.
Your offensive line, given it's had some injuries and starters have been in and out, and yet you've continued, the running game has continued to improve. What can you say about the cohesiveness of that line?
Yeah, well, I think Mike and those guys, Solari, have done a really nice job of constantly moving the guys through the different positions and to elevate their awareness. And so that, where guys have moved around a little bit, has given us a nice flexibility. We haven't felt like we're really out, when the next guy has to step up at any time yet. And Joey's done a marvelous job for us. But I just think that they're a really well-schooled group, and so that when we do have to make a change or somebody's got to come out of the action for a while, we're not losing anything. We're the continuity seems to maintain. So, we've lasted through the last 5 or 6 weeks in a pretty good pace right now, and hopefully we can keep it rolling this week.
What would you attribute it's not being able to play more single? How would you attribute the kind of increased speed, aggressiveness, production of the defense to? What's clicked?
Well, you're going down hard on this question.
No. One thing you said it wasn't, so I'm just curious.
No, I think it's a combination of things. I think it's the time we spent together. Take Rasheem as a good example of a guy he's blossoming here late in the season because he's had enough play time now. He's got enough background where it's kind of his time. I think you can clearly see it in Trey Flowers that his confidence just continues to grow, and so he's playing a little bit better. If you get 3 or 4 guys elevate, then it's a factor, and you can see it. Obviously, it's taken time for us. We saw Ziggy become more productive in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I know Clown was in and out, but we've seen him become more productive as well, and it just factors in. I think also that's why it wasn't just one. Is like Jay Reed is a guy who it's taken him some time to get his legs underneath him and to get right and to find his game and. Also, Quentin Jefferson, remember he was out for a little bit. We kind of lost a little bit of momentum there, I thought. And when he's come back, he's just been real active. So all of that activity level elevated makes us better in general. When you stay steady with Bobby and KJ and those guys keep doing their thing, and B-Mac, that it keeps us on track. And Shaq's having a really good year too. So there's some real steady, and then there's this subtle numbers of ways we've improved. So I think that's really what you would attribute it to.
What's Nico Thorpe kind of working through for you right now?
Nico had surgery for athletic hernia, and so he is coming back from Philadelphia today or something like that, I think.
So is he obviously not going to play the rest of the year?
Right. He will be done.
How do you feel about Clowney and Ansah this week? Should they be able to go, do you think?
Well, like I said, they made it through practice, but we're going to take them all the way up, all the way through the pregame stuff and make sure everybody's okay.
Anything else?
Have you thought about doing the shoes things for your Better LA, or is it a reason that you don't?
We've done it in the past. I think it's a really nice idea. I don't know that you can improve. I don't know if you can improve on these Monarchs. I don't know if. I don't know how. This is kind of a statement for all the old guys, and so I'm in a sense we're making a loud statement about guys that want to mow their lawn in their Nikes, and or if they want to go to the movies in their Nikes, or go out to dinner. You can do that just by wearing your Monarchs. So for the old guys. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Guess I asked.
Thank you.